Okay, so how many times have you seen some ad or article or whatever about like a revolution in education?
Right.
And then you click on it and it's like,
Yeah.
same old,
Same old stuff.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
come on, guys.
Exactly.
But this thing you sent over about EON Reality, this is interesting,
Yeah.
especially what they're saying about learning being 4 times faster with their system. I mean, is that even real?
Well, that's what they're claiming. But what's interesting about EON Reality
Yeah.
is they've been around for a while doing the virtual and augmented reality stuff, and especially in like learning.
Yeah.
But this deep dive product demo package that you sent,
Yeah.
this is something else.
It feels different.
It
Right?
feels different. It feels
Yeah.
like they're taking all this VR and AR experience they have,
Right.
and then they're like fine-tuning it with AI now.
And like personalizing it. Yeah.
And personalizing it, yeah.
So this isn't just like some online quiz with like better graphics or something.
Oh, no.
Because this textbook to 3D world conversion thing is wild.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me instead of just reading about the human heart,
Yeah.
I can like be inside of a beating 3D heart.
Exactly. And that's what makes this so fascinating is because, think about it, people learn so differently.
Total.
Some people are visual learners, right? Some people learn by doing, some people learn by hearing.
Right.
So when you can take this flat information
Yeah.
and put it into this 3D world that you can experience,
Yeah.
it just makes those concepts click. You know what I mean?
For sure. For sure.
Like imagine learning about the solar system, but instead of just looking at a textbook,
right.
you can like fly through it. You can see the scale of everything. You can see the relationship between the planets.
Oh, that's a good point.
So much cooler.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And it's not just watching either, right?
Yeah.
Because they have these AI-driven avatars to help you along the way.
Yeah.
Like it's like having a tutor right there with you.
Exactly. And that's where the AI personalization comes in. It's like having a guide who knows when you're not getting it.
Right.
And then they can adapt how they're explaining it to you.
Interesting.
So it's not just like a one-size-fits-all.
Right.
It's tailored to you. And the tech behind these avatars is crazy, like natural language processing, machine learning,
Right.
all happening behind the scenes just to figure out how to help you.
So that's the learn part.
Yeah.
But how do you actually use this knowledge in real life? And that's where the train section comes in.
Exactly.
And this is where it starts to feel like Westworld to me a little bit.
Okay, interesting.
They've got these simulations for communication and negotiation and stuff
Yeah.
with AI.
Yeah.
So is this like those role-playing workshops, but like with AI or what?
It's role-playing, but it's next level. Because remember those AI avatars we were talking about?
Yeah.
They're your practice partners in these situations.
Oh, wow.
So imagine you're like in a negotiation,
Okay.
but it's with an AI that is reacting to what you're saying
Really?
and how you're saying it.
That's wild.
Yeah. So it's like way more realistic.
Wow. So there are no pre-scripted responses or anything.
Oh, no. It's all in real time.
Wow. That's incredible.
Ooh,
How does that even work?
So they use this model called, I do it, I get assessed. So you start by watching how it's done correctly,
Okay.
and then you get to practice.
Gotcha.
And the key here is you're in a safe space.
Right.
You can make mistakes and it doesn't matter.
Right.
And the whole time you're getting feedback from the AI.
So you can get better and better.
Jack,
It's like a flight simulator.
Yes.
But for any skill.
Exactly. You could learn to give a presentation. You could learn to have a difficult conversation.
Wow.
The possibilities are pretty much endless.
That's incredible. And they apply this to hard skills too, right?
Yeah, like imagine training to be a surgeon.
Oh, wow.
Or learning how to work on a complex piece of machinery.
Right.
You can do all that virtually now.
And the AI is there the whole time making sure you're doing it right.
Guiding you, highlighting errors, giving feedback until you've got it down.
So we've seen how EON Reality is changing how we learn and train in the virtual world.
Right.
But what about using these skills in the real world?
Right.
That's where their spatial IQ system comes in.
Exactly.
And they're saying this AI can actually help us in our everyday lives.
Yeah, it's really ambitious. They're trying to close the gap between virtual training and the real world.
How?
So let's say you do their training on how to fix a piece of equipment.
Okay.
Later on, you're actually out in the field working on that equipment.
Yeah.
And you've got these AR glasses on.
Okay.
Their spatial IQ system can actually recognize the equipment.
What?
And then it can overlay instructions, diagrams, even real-time guidance
No way.
right onto your field of view.
So it's like having an AI whispering in your ear as you're doing the actual task. That's insane. And they've said this works with VR headsets too.
Yeah, like Quest 2, Quest 3, Pico 4.
So this isn't some far-off thing.
Yeah.
People already have these devices.
Exactly.
But let's get back to these numbers for a second.
Okay.
4 times faster, learning 275% increase in confidence.
Yeah.
Engagement up 3.75 times.
Right.
Are those numbers real, or is this like marketing hype?
I mean, it's a good question. And to be fair, those numbers come from EON Reality themselves.
Okay.
So you do have to be a little skeptical.
Right.
It's their data.
Of course.
We need independent research to really know for sure.
Of course.
Right.
Of course. But it's not all about the numbers, is it?
No, not at all.
Like, there has to be more to it than just these big statistics.
Exactly. And you're right, those numbers are interesting,
Yeah.
but the real proof is in what people are actually doing with it.
Right. So what are some of the success stories they've talked about?
Well, they've got some cool ones like the Children's Hospital of Orange County.
Okay.
They're using this platform to create these 3D heart modules.
Wow.
And it's not just about making it fun for the kids.
Right.
It's about actually using this tech to help them understand complex medical procedures.
So it could actually reduce anxiety for these kids?
Exactly, because they can see what's happening instead of just being told.
That's amazing. What about more traditional education settings?
Well, they've got Los Angeles Community College and the University of Business and Technology,
Okay.
both saying good things about it.
Like what specifically?
Better student engagement faculty are actually excited about using it.
So it's not just a gimmick, they're actually seeing results.
It seems like it, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's early days, but the potential is definitely there.
Totally. And the fact that they're partnering with companies like OpenAI and Unity 3D and AWS.
Right.
I mean, those are some big names in the tech world.
Huge. And that tells me they're thinking big.
It's not just about VR and AR anymore.
No, they're looking at the bigger picture of AI and learning.
And how all of that can work together.
Exactly. And when you think about OpenAI's expertise with natural language processing,
Right.
imagine how much more advanced those AI avatars could become.
It's like they could actually have a conversation with you.
Almost like you're talking to a real person and then you add in Unity's game engine. Those simulations could be so realistic, it's mind-blowing.
So we've gone from textbooks
Yeah.
to these 3D worlds, from AI tutors to this future where learning is actually fun
And engaging.
And engages.
Rather than effective.
and effective. It's crazy.
It's a whole new world.
It is. What does all this mean for the listener, though?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah, like, why should they care?
Well, think about it like this. What if learning anything was as easy and fun as playing a video game?
Okay,
That's kind of what EON Reality is going for here.
interesting.
So whatever you've always wanted to learn,
Yeah.
whatever skills you wish you had,
Right?
this could be the way to get there.
Wow.
And that's pretty exciting if you ask me.
Wow, yeah, that is exciting.
It is pretty wild when you think about it.
It really is. So they've got these success stories. They're partnering with these huge companies.
Right.
It seems like they're really onto something here.
Yeah, and what's interesting to me is they're not just satisfied with like, okay, we've got VR and AR.
Right.
They're like, let's bring in OpenAI, let's bring in Unity, let's bring in AWS.
These are big players.
These are the big dogs, and they're all focused on AI.
So what does that tell you? I mean, what does that tell you about where they're going with this?
It tells me they're not messing around.
Yeah.
Like, they see the potential of AI-powered learning,
Yeah.
and they're going all in on it. And I think when you combine their experience with VR and AR
Right.
with the power of these AI partnerships,
Yeah.
I mean, the possibilities are kind of endless.
Yeah, you start to think about those AI avatars we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Imagine if they were powered by OpenAI's tech.
Oh, man. It would be like
It wouldn't even be learning. It would be like,
having a conversation with a really smart friend
right.
who also happens to be an expert in whatever you're trying to learn.
And then you've got Unity's game engine.
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine how realistic those simulations could be.
It's like you're actually there.
It's mind-blowing. And it's not just about making learning more fun.
Right.
It's about making it more effective, more engaging, more accessible to everyone.
It's about unlocking potential that people didn't even know they had.
I love that. So we've gone from these like boring old textbooks
Yeah.
to these incredible 3D worlds we can actually experience.
It's a whole new world.
From AI tutors that can personalize our learning
Yeah.
to this future where like anyone can learn anything.
And it's not just a future. It's happening right now.
It is happening right now, and I
Yeah.
think that's what's so exciting about this.
For sure.
Like, this isn't some far-off sci-fi thing.
No.
This is real, and it's happening now.
And it's only going to get crazier from here.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
So for everyone listening,
Yeah.
if you've ever wanted to learn something new
Right.
or level up your skills or just like explore new worlds,
Totally.
this is the stuff to pay attention to.
This is the future of learning right here.
It really is. And who knows what amazing things we'll be able to learn and do with this technology.
The possibilities are endless.
Absolutely endless.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to wrap up this deep dive.
Yeah, great conversation.
Really enjoyed it. Always fascinating to see what's happening in the world of AI and
Yeah.
learning. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.